Hi guys, my name is April Allen and I'll be doing my final presentation on Annie Dookhan. Annie Dookhan worked as a chemist at the Massachusetts Department of Public Health Drug Abuse Lab and admitted to falsifying evidence affecting up to 34,000 cases. In June 20,000, 2011, an evidence officer at the lab discovered that Annie Dookhan had tested 95 samples without properly signing them out. Investigation revealed that she had forged the initials of evidence officer in her logbook and she was suspended from lab duties. Anna Dugan admitted to altering and faking test results in order to cover up her frequent dry labbing or visually identifying samples without actually testing them. She also admitted to dry labbing for at least 3 years and even went as far as adding cocaine to samples in which no cocaine was present. What is 6 ISO IEC accreditation standards that were in non-compliance in the crime lab of Annie Dukin? So the six that I chose is management reviews. Reviews its management system at planned intervals in order to ensure its continuing suitability, adequacy, and effectiveness. Preventive actions. All lab members are encouraged to identify opportunities to improve quality and to correct sources of potential non-conformities. Lab safety. It is crucial for employees to follow lab safety rules to protect themselves, others around them, and evidence. Evidence control. The lab has a procedure for the transportation, receipt, handling, protection, storage, retention, and disposal or return of evidence items to protect the integrity of the evidence, the lab, and the customer. Technical records. Records of original observation, derived data, and sufficient information to establish an audit trail, collaboration records, staff records, and a copy of each test results or calibration certificate. Reports and reviews. Data shall be recorded in a way that trends are detectable and statistical techniques shall be applied to review the results. This monitoring should be planned and reviewed. General requirements for the competence of testing and calibration laboratories. iOS IEC 17025 standard is the international standard for testing and calibration laboratories. It set out requirements for the competence, impartiality, and consistent operation of laboratories, ensuring the accuracy and reliability of their testing and calibration results. The content of the international standard covers a number of factors: the qualifications, training, and experience of the staff, the right equipment, properly calibrated and maintained, adequate quality assurance procedures, proper sampling practices, appropriate testing procedures, valid test methods, accurate recording and reporting procedures, suitable testing facilities. Apply how these six accreditation standards were breached in the crime lab. Management review. According to records, Anna Dukin routinely tested thousands more samples than her colleagues. If management was checking their logbooks when and as they should, they would have caught Dukin's scandal a long time ago. After reviewing the logbooks, supervisors would have noticed that her numbers were 3 times more than her colleagues, and they would have also noticed forged signatures. Management was also aware of Dukin's high numbers from other coworkers, but failed to intervene with this information. Lab safety. Dukin admitted to skipping proper procedures in handling the samples. She also admitted to taking out samples from the safe and testing these samples without them being signed out as proper procedure. She also admitted to batching, putting similar samples together, testing some and not others, also known as dry labbing. She will also put samples next to different samples, causing cross-contamination. For example, putting cocaine next to a sample without cocaine. Uh, Evidence control. Dukin admitted going into the evidence logbook and post-dated and filled the logbook in. Dukin also added to a sample that came back from mass spec to make sure it was what it was supposed to be, while also stating that she made some results positive that were actually negative. She also had access to evidence basically whenever she wanted to without doing the proper logbook procedure, which is crazy. And I don't know how she got away with it. Reports and reviews. With Dukin's four signatures and false logbook information, she clearly did not understand the logic behind reports and reviews. Data was not recorded every time Dukin examined evidence, as well as management not planning these reviews. She had access to evidence that she should not have without reporting it first. Failed reports and reviews cause consequences like this, and I believe that if management is more than Dukin should have got consequences because it yeah. Preventive actions. Management was very much aware of Dukin's high numbers and former coworkers tried to inform the supervisors. If the supervisors were doing their job and or actually cared about their job, they would have caught many mistakes caused by Dukin. She also had access to evidence basically whenever she wanted to, and she did not store them correctly once she was done with the evidence. I personally believe that Dugan should have received more time than she did, as well as her supervisors, for not catching her wrongful actions. Technical records. Anna Dugan did not follow the rules of technical records. Each test that she conducted was not reported and or reported incorrectly. Information was not sufficient because evidence had been cross-contaminated due to being stored improperly. Cause and effect. Anna Dugan admitted to dry labbing for almost 3 years, tampering with thousands of evidence and improper logins and forward signatures. Once investigations were finished, thousands were released from prison after being wrongfully convicted by the hands of Anna Dugan. She was also incarcerated and sued for millions of dollars and also caused the Hinton lab to shut down. Many preventive measures could have caught her actions at the beginning. It's sad to see how one person could cause so much effect in so many lives.